Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for June 2nd through the 8th. I'm going to be taking a look at what's coming up for you for this week ahead. I'm going to start by looking at your current situation, where things are heading through the week, the internal and external energies affecting you, as well as your outcome. This is general. It may not resonate for everyone. If it does, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel as it helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. Now at the end of your reading, I will be pulling an oracle message from the Spirit Messages Oracle deck to give us some more insight, guidance, and clarification on your situation. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. For Sagittarius, show me their current situation, where things are heading, and the outcome for June 2nd through the 8th, please. Okay, all right. There's a message with all of this that comes out. Okay. I'm going to get to that message in just a minute. Okay, that's what I thought. The overall energy to your reading is going to be the Six of Swords. So there is forward movement out of a situation that doesn't feel the calmest. Whether it's just the energy feels rough, or maybe it's been a rough situation with someone particular. Because I am seeing that. We have the Seven of Pentacles that comes out in reverse for your current situation. So I see that there's you're like tired of waiting, and looking at a situation that's just not working out. King of Swords is where things are heading through the week. There is this cold shoulder, cold vibe energy that comes out. It's just not very warm. It's not inviting. It's uncomfortable. The Six of Pentacles is the energy that you're bringing to your reading. So you're trying here. You're trying to give something a chance. You're really trying to offer something to this person here. However, they're cutting you out of their life because they've been giving it thought and they've decided this is enough and I'm going to, cut this out of my life. I need to let this go. The outcome is the Nine of Wands. So there is hurt, feeling hurt, that it feels like it's hurt on your side from this person not really opening up and giving you a chance here, Sagittarius. And they're closed off. They just can't give you their heart because they've built this wall around themselves. And it's all because they've loved before, they keep it a secret, but, they have someone they're still attached to. And also they have feelings for you. They just can't open up to it. So the Page of Cups, the Moon, and that King of Wands. They keep, when it comes to wearing their heart on their sleeve, they did that before. So with you, they keep it a secret, even though you excite them, even though you're really attractive, even though you got it going on. They hide that from you. Okay, so let's start clarifying. We're going to start with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, and the Six of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. And this situation between the two of you, you've been really patient here. I see them as the one uprooting this, because instead of making these pentacles grow and figure things out, they're just completely pulling it out of the ground. They're uprooting. They can't wait anymore. It was fun, but now there's this heaviness of we need to put boundaries between the two of us. even though you two have a good time. I feel like you've brought them around people you know, you've been seen out in public, things like that, or you made things public, and all of a sudden, they can't wait for things to get past that rough situation. It just feels like the energy is really choppy, you know, like when a storm is passing or whatever, and the waves can just kind of collide into each other. That's kind of how the energy has been between the two of you. And it's hard to deal with, especially when this person does not open up. I even feel like they've pulled away and you miss them even if you're around them. Like they're there, but they're not there. They're not present with you. Let's go ahead and clarify the King of Swords of where things are heading through the week. Yeah. No, it has... You get in your head about, what did I do wrong? What's going on? Is it me? Is it something about me? Do they not like, you know, like my hair? Do they not like certain, you know, flaws that I have? You start looking at all those insecurities and all those flaws because of the fact that this person gives you the cold shoulder. They're really thinking about it's time to move on, which is really shocking to you, and they end up blowing things up. And it has a lot to do with their insecurities of not wanting to get through whatever this situation is between the two of you. And just uprooting things, like, because they're not patient. They're just not. And they start telling themselves, like, I'm too busy. I don't have time for this or whatever. It was fun while it lasted. They're giving themselves excuses. And we will get to what that all leads up to with that Ace of Swords and why they're wanting to cut you out of their life. But with that King of Swords energy, as to where things are heading, they're set in their ways. They have a plan. They plan on moving on. That's disrupting and pulling the rug beneath your feet. It puts you in a state of, what did I do wrong? You start looking at all the flaws and things that you don't like about yourself and what could have gone wrong and what they might not like about you. Don't do that to yourself. And yeah, absolutely, you're heartbroken over it, and rightfully so, because you are giving your time and attention to this person in hopes and thinking that things are going to go great, and they're planning to leave. That I would feel the same way, but I'm just telling you, Sagittarius, you're a great person. Don't pick at all the little things about whatever flaws you have, insecurities about things, and think that that's the reason why. It's not. It has a lot to do with, this is their plan. This is what they have thought. They just want to move on instead of seeing where things go. It's like something on their list didn't check off. But guess what? They might have that list as something where everything on their list has to be perfect. And if one little thing goes wrong, it's not perfect. If they're looking for some kind of perfection in someone where that person is so perfect, they have not one flaw, they're going to be alone for the rest of their lives. They're actually okay with that too, because that King of Swords is like, I'm good with being alone. They have a very unrealistic standard of what they're looking for whenever they're saying, you know what, I'm just not going to work on this anymore. I feel like they're throwing in the towel, they're giving up, and it has a lot to do with their own insecurities of like, I'm going to feel stuck, or maybe they're going to find this out about me and then they're not going to like me, so it's better that I leave first. Whatever it is, we will get to that though. Let's clarify that Six of Pentacles for the energy that you're bringing to your reading, which is beautiful energy. I love this, you know. Very grounded, very optimistic. You're the one constantly paying for things. Okay. So you bring this all grounded. I feel like you have a lot of earth placements in your birth chart. And if you don't, you're just very grounded. You could be dealing with an earth sign as well. But the energy you're bringing is, let me help. You know, I want to offer you something, and you're offering positivity and taking this person out, sharing what you have in great value with them because you really want to invest in this person. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, as well as the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. You're really trying to show this person, this is who I am. I'm kind, I'm nice, I'm wonderful, I'm all of those things. You know, don't you see it? I see it. Everybody else sees it. If they choose not to see it, Sagittarius, that's on them. And I know that hurts, but guess what? You deserve someone who really sees all that value and says, you're my person. You're who I want to be with. This person is running, basically. They've already had a plan. So let's go ahead and clarify that Ace of Swords for the energy this person is bringing to your reading. Wow. Talk about some empty progress here for this person. Yeah, they're not going to like me saying that. And I know cross watchers that are like, yeah, this is what's happening, but you're wrong. What they're giving you here. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Also the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Hold on before we get to that Six of Cups. Every time it comes out, people freak out and they're like, oh my God, somebody from their past, and they're going, ah. Not necessarily. They've been giving this a lot of thought. The reason that they are cutting you out of their life is because they're not emotionally satisfied. You're offering all this love to them and they just don't want it. They don't feel that it makes them happy anymore. So they're focused on leaving as fast as they can because they just want to go and have a good time. They can't commit. So they're returning to their past ways here. They're going back to a past life that they used to live of, I'm just going to explore and see what else is out there. Like I said, this person could be alone for a long time. There's also the fact that there is somebody from their past that they use as a comparison of what they're, so it's like they haven't let go of that person from their past, and then they basically check off all those things on their list. Like, do you meet every expectation of what their past person they were in love with had? And they're going to be very disappointed because everybody is uniquely different. Nobody's the same. So like I said, they'll be alone. And I'm sorry they're doing this to you, but it's better to find out now so you can move on to being happy and put up those walls around yourself to protect yourself from this person coming back and being like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought about it. Because if they don't see the value in you now and they're giving themselves reason to leave and they're, you know, saying you don't meet all the qualifications on what they want in a person, because that's what they're putting out there, and they want to go back to their past ways of not being able to commit because they're still figuring things out, and they're going backwards actually with that Six of Cups because they're going back to their past. Not necessarily a past person, but just like, oh, I remember when I was single and I didn't have to like answer to anybody. I remember when I didn't have to this and that and the other. And it was just me, you know, but they're also comparing you to somebody who they used to love. Feels like that person doesn't want them anymore because they're not going back to that past person. They are just like stuck on them. So let's go ahead and clarify that Nine of Wands for your outcome here. I get it. I absolutely get it. You know, you're hurt and you're thinking, we were happy. I love this person. I showed them that I love them. I thought they loved me. And then they just leave like that as fast as they can. How can somebody who says that they love me and be emotionally available for a while shut down and then just decide they want to take a different direction? You know, their course changed. And yes, it hurts, but that doesn't mean that you should stop loving. It just means this person was not the right one, and that's okay. It's the way of God, the universe, whatever you believe in, your spirit guides showing you this person just didn't appreciate you fully. This isn't the right person, but don't give up because the right person is there move forward. That's where you're going to find them. Yeah, you know, you definitely get in your head about how happy. I thought we were happy. I thought it was great. I thought that we loved each other. You know, they were there for me this time when I needed them. I was there for them when they needed, you know, we depended on each other in that way for moral support. And you felt you could trust this person, and everything just changed as fast as it could. How could they do that? I'm with you. How could they do that? But it's all because they're not ready to grow with you and move forward. They want to go backwards. They're not ready to be the person you thought that they were going to be. Let's go ahead and get an oracle message. What do you want Sagittarius to know about their reading? Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your light. Absolutely. Don't let them take that away from you. I love how Spirit has really been coming through in the readings and giving messages exactly what is needed to help everyone. And this one is beautiful for your reading. I loved it. So this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. If it resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.